How's it going, everyone? It is I, PC, and welcome to the second episode of the Crow's Nest podcast. I am joined here with not just one co-host, now I have two co-hosts. Please introduce yourselves, guys.
Gosh, so it's Win. So
Oh, God. What the fuck?
Bonjour, ladies and gents. It is I, Justinfinity here.
Yay, Justinfinity! He's finally doing a collab with me. Yay!
the other Xenoblade man.
The other
We'll
Xenoblade. We'll get into Xenoblade Chronicles, but we're gonna go through a bunch of things today. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, this makes like what the third time we recorded this.
Yeah.
I had some issues, but I got them. Hopefully we will have a nice recording session. But we're gonna be talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It was just announced on Nintendo's Pokemon Direct, and I think Justin has something to say about that.
Stop milking Pokemon. Like, seriously?
Yes,
Like, it really is, it really is dry milking at this point. Like, from what I saw of Scarlet and Violet, like, in terms of the footage, it's literally, Sword and Shield again. I can't really defend it anymore. And Sword and Shield, while it came out, like, 3 years ago, late 2019, it really does feel like yesterday. And it's also the fact that we just got Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus. And you can talk shit about those games all you want. They at least did something different. And I didn't get very far into Legends Arceus yet. I'm at rank 3, and really, like, honestly, that game could be a lot more fleshed out in terms of its open world, and I love open world games. But this here, I'm starting to think that it really is starting to feel like Call of Duty. I can't really defend it anymore.
or Assassin's Creed, or really any other
Well,
like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Okay. Is that all right, Justin? Can I play devil's
Yeah,
advocate?
it's all right. It's all right.
Well, the fact that it's been 3 years since we got a main entry Pokemon game, I mean, they've always done this. You know, every few years they'd come out with another main entry Pokemon game. So you can't really say they're milking it. I mean, it's not as
I don't know.
it's not like Call of Duty, okay? And it's not like Assassin's Creed was like a bunch of years ago when they were popping out Assassin's Creed games every year. Now that you could say was Call of Duty. But I'm willing to defend my Pokemon here, okay? Okay? So I mean, I'm not really bothered by the fact that we're getting a new Pokemon game. I mean, to be honest with you, I sort of expected that, given that, you know, they came out with this direct and everything. I was thinking, though, that they might be coming out with some DLC for Arceus or Arceus, whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I'll call it Arceus.
The official pronunciation is Arceus.
I don't give a
Like,
fuck.
back then,
Like,
yeah, back then, like we would say Arceus in one of the Diamond and Pearl movies. It was Arceus, and now Nintendo came out.
Yeah.
with
Arceus?
Oh yeah,
the iteration of
Oh,
anime.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Now Nintendo came out with an official pronunciation. It's Arceus.
Fuck that. It's Arceus to me. I don't give a shit. So yeah, that's what I think about it.
So
Okay.
I just accepted it.
Okay. So I'm not really bothered by it, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't buy Pokemon Shield. I didn't buy, you know, Gen 8. I didn't really care about it, mainly because
I got them as presents.
yeah, I didn't get them because of the fact that, you know, like the fact that they didn't include, you know, the other Pokemon from previous generations like they normally do. And
Yeah.
and I mean that takes away the point of, you know, gotta catch 'em all, because I mean that's their slogan. That's their marketing right there. You want to
Yeah,
go out of
yeah,
your way
they,
to catch 'em all.
Yeah, there's no Pokedex in there. It's like no national Pokedex.
No
National
national Pokedex. It's ridiculous.
We're just massive fans of the National Pokedex, honestly.
Yeah, and not just that. I mean, where's the where's the Mega Evolutions? I actually like those. Those were a great introduction. You know, in X and Y. I mean, I love the Mega
Hmm.
Evolutions. That because that added more strategy. I mean, when I look at gameplay footage of Shield and Sword, it's like, yeah, it's not the same. I mean,
Hmm.
it's like they just focused more on visual appeal than actually making a good looking game, like or a fun game, I should say. Well, I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's fun or not. Justin, you could probably vouch on me. Is it fun?
Hmm. I love X and Y. Really, it's
Not
like
X
the
and
the
Y,
prevalent
Sword and Shield.
with Sword and Shield. Well, I don't know. Like playing like the first half is just seems okay. Like it's not. I I haven't really played it all to really give a strong opinion on it, but I just stopped caring at like the first half. Really, I'm like really I'm just more concerned about all these releases. Really, like yeah, of course there's going to be like separate generations coming out every 3 years. Like it's happened since like Sun and Moon, and then carried to Sword and Shield. It's I mean, compared to earlier gens, like they took their actual time in terms of development.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been. I've heard that it was a prevalent issue since the start of X and Y, and as much as I love X and Y, I do agree with that.
yeah. I mean, like X and Y. I mean, it was the first 3D Pokemon game, and I guess I mean they're using a different engine now, and it's probably more accessible for them to be able to make these games at a quicker pace. I mean, technology and everything. Like
Hmm.
I don't really care too much about the release as long as it's a good game. That's all that matters to me. If they took they might have had this already planned out though.
Maybe.
I mean, usually
I don't
if
know.
that's the case, I mean if that's the case where they're releasing games consecutively, I mean they probably already had it planned out. Something tells me.
I would just have them catch a break, like for real. I get Pokemon is their cash cow, but they really need the time and passion in development to actually achieve something that's worthwhile, not something that's manufactured, like not like mechanical in a way.
Right. I mean, we don't know what the gameplay is going to be like. We really don't. All we know is who the three starters are going to be, and I don't even know their names. uh, we have a grass cat or weed cat, as everybody likes to
Mr.
call it.
Weecat.
The weed cat, the grass type cat Pokemon, and we have a fire crocodile looking thing, fire version of Totodile.
Hmm.
I don't know what he is. I mean, I know it's probably going to be a mixture of fire and maybe dark. I don't know. I mean, please don't make it a fighting type. Please. We don't need no more
Don't make it
fire fighting types.
please.
The starter names are Brigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley.
Quaxley is my favorite. I love the duck. Don't fuck with the duck.
Don't fuck with
You don't
Subaru.
fuck with Donald Duck. That's what I'm
Don't
gonna
fuck
name him. I'm naming
with
him
my whole
Donald
life
when
either.
I get the game.
My whole life.
There's already art about that fucking Quaxley and how
Quack.
it looks like Donald in the Kingdom Hearts series.
Win, what do you think? What do you think of the starters and all
Oh my
this?
God. Starters. God, the starters, man. When it comes to the starters, I honestly do believe that the starters could definitely be a bit better. Honestly, they're just making them cuter every single fucking time, and I already have a plushie of fucking Rowlet and Chimchar. So
Hey, those plushes don't sell themselves. Gotta make them cute. I mean, you gotta cut corners somewhere.
Hmm.
They gotta make their money. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the duck is my favorite. No questions about it. I mean, I like the cat too, but I mean, a grass cat. I mean, weed cat.
Mr. Weed Cat.
Gatito.
Whatever.
Gatito. Yeah, Sprigatito.
Regati Cocoa Pebbles. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, you can't really say much about the game, like whether it's gonna look. I mean, it looks sort of like Legends. Like they took some things from Legends, like in terms of visuals. I mean, like what they showed, like some of the buildings and stuff like that.
Ah,
I
I don't
mean,
know. It kind of feels like another Sword and Shield to me.
oh really?
Yeah, it's like in terms of like how it looks. I'm not entirely sure yet, but
So you're
still, it's like
expecting this to fail, aren't you?
yeah. I'm I don't think it's gonna fail because everyone's just gonna be playing it anyway, like freaking Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed.
and
This,
and
oh
Shantae.
god,
Hello. Don't
uh,
make me go back, please.
okay, so I mean, I'm excited about it. I mean, you can obviously tell. I mean, I'm excited for any Pokemon game as long as it turns out to be good. I don't really care. I mean, if it's good, it's good.
mm,
As long as I have fun with it, doesn't matter. But let's talk about Elden Rings. I mean, I know that's what Justin wants to talk about. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I've seen gameplay footage of it. It's like Dark Souls, sort of, but it's not Dark Souls.
it's open world Dark
Oh,
Souls.
Souls. That's literally what it is, really.
Yeah, open world Dark Souls. It really is. Like if you took the exploration of Skyrim and the difficulty of the past From Software games, you really do get Elden Ring. And I'm not. I have not read any of I have not read George R. Martin's books, which became Game of Thrones. I've dabbled a bit into Game of Thrones, but I never really cared for it that much. But yeah, like from what I've played, it's really not that bad. I'm like, as of this recording, I'm at level 20. And yeah, I've seen people like Mark the Cyborg actually make it to over level 60, and yeah, there's a lot to take in. There's a lot going on. It's the map is huge. I oh wow, it's I I don't know how I could even describe it.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm planning on getting the game soon, but I mean, yeah, I've heard that the map was big. Like, I mean, how big is the game file though?
the how big is the game file? Well shit, I think I don't know. For PC, I think it might be like 40 to 50 gigs. Hang on,
I know it's
I
lower than Payday.
I don't know really. It's uh, hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a big game.
yeah. I'm looking here. Yeah, it's 50.4 gigs.
Well, I mean, that's still pretty big for an open world game. I mean, you would expect, like a big map and everything.
Yeah, and from what I've played of the PC version, like it's not terrible. It's like that version is really not optimized that well.
Yeah, I think they are pretty much. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm planning on getting the console version, so I I might be able to do a comparison video between the PC version and the console version sometime once I actually get my
Y-
hands on the game.
Yeah, like frames can drop from time to time, like it could stutter a bit, and like even at a couple of points I experienced a bug where if like I summoned the mount torrent, your goat horse thing that you ride on.
Hmm.
Like this happened to me twice, and as I summoned torrent, he just took off without me, disappeared, left me floating in midair, and I died as if I was falling to my death. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Oh god, like
Yeah, I saw that part in
as
your stream.
yeah. And really and of course par for the course from the From Software games, they do have you get good, though I'm I mean, I hear "get good" a lot, and it's a pretty good meme. But at the same time, you also got to give advice on how you would approach certain bosses, like if you've encountered them before, if you've played the game before. Really, well, that's pretty much what I'm looking for, like people to help me out a bit with this. And it's like, yeah, I've gone through like a few bosses in the stream before, but yeah, there are just those where I'm like, yeah, I'm certainly not ready for those, so I'll come back to them later.
But I
And
got
really,
right.
uh-huh.
I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you something. I didn't mean to introduce. I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
yeah.
But I was gonna ask you, how hard is the game compared to Dark Souls?
Well, I've only dabbled a bit of, the first Dark Souls here and there, like the Prepared to Die edition and the remaster. I've really not gone very far. I mean, that could tell you something, that I really like Sekiro and Elden Ring a lot more than Dark Souls.
Right. I mean, I've only played the first one. I am sort of trying to get into the second one, but I mean, I've
Like
been
I've
busy.
heard this, I've heard the second was the worst, and I heard the third one is kind of much of the same as the first. I'm not entirely sure on that one yet. I have all the games. I just need to really take the time to get myself into them. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I respect From Software and what they do. I respect the Soul series and Bloodborne and all. It's like, nah, I don't really love them as much as most people do.
I mean, I've yeah.
And again, I love Sekiro and Elden Ring.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I mean, like a lot of people have a hard time getting into any of those from software games, especially those earlier games. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, with Demon Souls, which is perhaps the hardest one to get into. But then you
uh,
also have some other games like Kingsfield, which is, sort of their early version of Dark Souls. It's a first person dungeon crawler, but it plays sort of it's a dungeon crawler, but it's plays like a roguelike. Like sort of
hmm
like Dark Souls, like the early thing of Dark Souls. It came out on the PlayStation 1 in Japan. So I mean, it's a good series to get into, but I mean, I'd say Dark Souls 1 is a walk in the park compared to that.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I've got to play more of the first Dark Souls. I did start all over again the remaster, and I'm just gonna push myself forward and see where it goes from there for me,
Try
at
playing
least
as a
anyway.
healer in Dark Souls
Like,
1. If you want a challenge in that game, play as a healer.
yeah, and I did hear about Dark Souls also being open world, but really, yeah, like you can go anywhere you want, but there are just certain parts in the
It's
game
not really an
where you're just
open
not.
world. No.
Yeah, it's not really an open world. Like you can go to these certain places if you want, but it's going to be a lot harder for you. You're going to need like certain items to really get through specific areas. You're pretty much just meant to like go off to this one path with all those deadies and all. And
Hmm.
yeah, and again, I haven't really gone that far, but that's really what I've discovered like my last time playing it.
But
And
that,
of course,
yeah.
yeah, compared to Elden Ring, like you immersed me into an open world, and yeah, you just you caught me in an instant. And again, I'm already at level 20, and I'm looking forward to playing more.
I mean, it looks like a really good game, like just from the way it looks and everything. I mean, I'm just a fan of that dark fantasy style. I mean, obviously, it has a lot of influences going into it, like Game of Thrones. Even though I haven't seen a lot of Game of Thrones,
The Lord
but
of the Rings
it
is
has
much
that
better.
gritty style. It has that dark, gritty style, just like Dark Souls and Demon Souls and all the Souls games. But
Yeah,
it's basically just a more open world type of game, like
yeah.
sort of like Breath of the Wild meets Dark Souls, which a lot of people. Funny thing, we're talking about Dark Souls. Like a lot of people compare Breath of the Wild to Dark Souls because of the difficulty and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of those are very different fucking games.
Yeah, I mean, can we call it a genre like a Souls like or something?
I mean the Souls like has been a genre for a while.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, instead of just saying, "Oh, the game plays like Dark Souls." Oh, so it's
It's
like that
I
aggravates
mean
me.
yeah, and I've seen people, compare the likes of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to Dark Souls, like the
Even though
whole
it's not.
style is apparent. Yeah, like it's not so much like Dark Souls, it's more like Sekiro.
And not only that, it's completely linear.
Yeah.
Whereas with
I'm-
Dark Souls, I think there's different paths you could take.
Like yeah, there are certain areas that you can explore in Jedi Fallen Order, but you're still, kept into this story,
Hmm.
really.
You're going through the same story. I mean, you're going through the same path regardless which way you go.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think that a lot of these, so it depends actually to me, like it depends on the game. Like I've been playing a game called Blue Fire, which is a lot like Wind Waker in terms of its art style, but it
Oh
plays
yeah.
a lot like Dark Souls, like in terms of it being a roguelike and the save points and everything. Like it's got a lot of nice references to Dark Souls and everything, but it's just a really good game. So good. Like it's probably one of my favorite games to play. Like it came out last year, and I'm having a ball with it.
I actually really like how Elden Ring is just it looks really good. I haven't actually played it for myself, but I think like it's like you're gonna need like a really good computer because I ended up breaking my old laptop with Elden Ring, so so I need like a new laptop so I can play it.
Oh God. Well, what is your
Is
thoughts on it, Win?
I love it. Elden Ring's a great game. It's a fucking damn great game. I think like with most games nowadays, like I feel like that they don't do a good job of like adding content wise in general.
Hmm.
But with 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 Elden Ring, I think they did a really good fucking job, and I fucking love that, honestly.
Hmm.
I mean, I haven't played it yet, and I'm planning on getting it for consoles. Like I said, I might do a comparison video. I mean, to compare like how the PC version performs and how the console version performs. I might do that, or I might just fucking stream it. I don't know, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
play it.
I'm thinking of streaming the other From Software games.
You
Oh,
You
should
know, like,
you
start
yeah,
should.
start with
yeah, I'm
Kingsfield.
just
Do Kingsfield.
King Kingsfield. Well, yeah, it's of course. Well, yeah, that's what I've been planning to do. It's like, hey, I streamed Elden Ring. Why don't I do the same with the other games? I might have a much better time, playing them as I stream.
Do you got Demon Souls?
I don't have Demon Souls yet. Not the original and not the remake.
Yeah, because you'll need a PS5, and that is hard to get.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they still have not ported Bloodborne to PC.
they really do need to. They still need to port that game over. Honestly.
Oh yeah, guys, did you see that demake that somebody made of Bloodborne? Like someone actually
Um,
made a PS1 demake for Bloodborne, and it looks fucking good. Like it
hmm,
looks like a PS1 game. Like
I'll have to look into that.
it's some sort of fan game. It's called Bloodborne demake, and it's actually playable right now. You can play it right now.
I'll
That's
have to look into that.
I mean, I guess it was someone's curiosity. They just wanted to make to see if they could make a game for the PS1 like take a modern game and do old school twist. I mean, the textures on it look. I mean, it looks like a PS1 game. I mean, they managed to take like the game graphics and sort of make it look like the PS1. You know what you would expect on that system. So I mean, and it's playable. But I don't. But I don't think it's I don't think it's the full game yet. But that's what they're working on.
We'll see.
But nevertheless, let's see. How about we talk about some Xenoblade?
Yes.
Because
All right.
I've been getting into Xenoblade. I bought Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch. I got it for $10. And I haven't made it really far yet, but I'm going to leave the floor to you guys to have this discussion because I mean, I could tell you guys what I think about it right now, but I feel like I'm not qualified yet, not till I actually get more into the game. But I feel
It's
like
okay. I haven't really gone very far into the games myself. Like I'm also been meaning to stream the Xenoblade Chronicles games as well.
but I'm gonna leave it open to you guys for this discussion about your waifu girls and stuff like that. Because I know you guys have your girls, your best girls and shit like that.
Great.
I don't know any of these characters. I don't want no spoilers or anything, but but I will let you guys have the floor.
Really, the last time I ever played the original Xenoblade Chronicles is on the new 3DS, and I've only gotten into Frontier Village with the Nopons. That's
Yeah,
really how far I've gotten.
yeah, the non-pawns.
Yeah,
I
the
have,
Nopons.
mm, I've definitely beaten all of Xenoblade Chronicles. I've completed all of Definitive Edition. I've also completed all the Future Connected. I've grinded for all the outfits and all the special things for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But I think the best thing about Definitive Edition is all the changes that they made to the base game, and I think it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I will give credit for the definitive edition is that again I still have to get back to like the same place where I left the 3DS version at Frontier Village. I haven't gotten there yet in the definitive edition, but I still love the fact that they actually went back and redid the visuals compared to the Wii version because like I do love how the characters were illustrated in the Wii version, but they just didn't translate that well into the game models. So they fixed it up for a more cel shaded anime style, like Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, and it's great,
Yeah,
fucking great. I fucking love it.
yeah. But again, still, I'm meaning to stream the games, and especially since Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming out on October.
September.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure September, I believe, was the release date.
Yeah, I think it is September.
I mean, we're
Yeah,
getting a
it's
lot of
supposed to
3
be.
games. I mean, we're getting Bayonetta 3, we're getting Xenoblade 3.
And
Yeah, there's a lot of threes from
A
Nintendo.
lot of threes.
Recently.
I guess they
dude,
like.
that's
I
crazy.
guess they like the threes. I mean, Splatoon 3.
Yep. Yeah,
Tuesday, yeah.
September 2022. It's when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is releasing.
Yep. And I think another really good game that we should probably talk about is Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Actually, we should talk about that also. If
Oh
if,
yeah.
if anything, really, it's a Muso game like Warriors, obviously, because it's Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes. It's based off of three houses, but I think they're probably gonna do the same thing like what they did with Warriors, where they made a What If series, where it's kind of like Marvel's What If mixed with Fire Emblem Three Houses, which again, it's something else. I honestly do hope that they add all the side characters, like the characters that from the original Three Houses, to come in and actually be a part of the game. You actually get to control them, unlike with Warriors, where you were stuck with female Corrin and male Robin compared with female Robin or male Robin in particular, which again like that's
Hmm.
really just something that I had a problem with, and I'm hoping, because considering the fact that female Byleth is going to be the main star, the main attraction of of Three Hopes, I honestly hope that they have the ability to bring male Byleth into everything. Really, I'm just hoping that Bernadetta just comes in and I get to play as Bernadetta. I'm hoping that Bernadetta comes in. I'm hoping.
Have you played any of the Fire Emblem games, Justin?
No, not really,
Me
actually.
neither.
Although
You
I think
guys into that, man.
it's
I
I mean
mean,
it does fall under a genre that I'm not entirely familiar with. It's a real-time strategy and all. It's like, maybe I'll give it a shot, really. And especially since, very recently we have Nintendo announcing that, they're shutting down the Wii U and 3DS eShops, and they are
Yeah.
not planning to re-release the games that were released on there for the
which I
Switch.
think is bullshit.
Yeah, and Fire Emblem Awakening and oh shit,
Kid
what was the
Icarus, yeah, Kid Icarus Uprising is also
Right.
on the 3DS.
yeah, and I'm also talking about like another Fire Emblem series. Fire Emblem Fates is also on the
Yeah,
3DS,
Fire
and yeah,
not really the most not again when it comes to me and Fire Emblem Fates, we have a really bad time together. Even though I like Corrin, I love the whole Shido and Noir battleground, like the factions that you can face against in that game. I'm not going to
yeah.
say anything about Fates in particular because I've already played it, but I just some of the supports in that game are just really yabe.
Hmm.
And it's not like with Fire Emblem like Fire Emblem Three Houses is probably the most definitive like Fire Emblem game that you can get your hands on as of now. Because Fire Emblem Awakening and some of the other Fire Emblem games out there, they're they're probably gonna get ports for the future. So people who haven't actually played them or actually gonna play them now finally, I'm hoping that they're gonna make a port for Sacred Stones because not many people talk about Sacred Stones, and it's a Game Boy Fire Emblem game. And I actually really love Sacred Stones. It was one of the first Fire Emblem
Yeah,
games
Game Boy Advance.
it's Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game and I love it. It's
Yeah,
really good.
I haven't played any of the Fire Emblem games, and that's mainly because I just
Oh,
never got around to them. Because, I mean, when I was growing up with the
okay.
Game Boy Advance and stuff, I mean, I couldn't, I
Okay,
couldn't
so it's a
play a lot of
tactical
games.
role-playing video game series. Ah, my bad. I mistook tactical role-playing with RTS.
Yeah.
Yeah, real time strategy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
I've played plenty of those games. Trust me, but I didn't get into Fire Emblem because I mean I was playing other games. At the time when the Game Boy Advance came out, and I think that was Sacred Stones. Wasn't it the first Fire Emblem game to come to North America?
Hmm.
I'm trying to make sure because there were a couple Fire Emblem games that did not come to America. There are some,
Yeah,
but I'm
The NES games didn't come.
At least until they came out on the Switch.
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Which was a limited release, by the way. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Now I have to
I'm still
emulate it.
concerned- Yeah, I'm still concerned about, like, one particular Fire Emblem title. Like, yeah, again, Fire Emblem Fates is released on the 3DS in, like, 3 different versions. You have Birthright and Conquest and
Birthright.
Revelation as DLC. And
Yep.
the thing is, the special edition where you have all 3 of those compiled together, they're expensive. So
Very expensive. Yeah.
yeah.
When it
Yeah,
comes to when you're coming to look for like specific games in general, like the Fire Emblem games for like the past consoles are even more expensive than Torn of the Golden Country for Xenoblade,
yeah.
just for physical copies in general, because it's super fucking expensive. I know for a fact that when I got my hands on Sacred Stones, it was really cheap for me because I could actually like pay for with my own money, because actually find a really good copy and actually buy it. But now I'm just looking at it, I'm just like, I'm probably gonna have to emulate it because I don't know where to put my copy.
Yeah.
At, so.
Yeah, I'm aiming to get Birthright, full price, and then get Conquest, like $20 cheaper. I think that's how it worked when it first came out, and then get Revelation. Like just, really just to say that I got the the complete Fire Emblem Fates.
Yeah, and people, if you are looking to buy 3DS games, you better be doing that now, because
Exactly.
once
And especially
2023
because of the-
comes, it's gone. And that's
Yeah,
that's why I cannot stress this. I made plenty of videos about this. Video game preservation needs to be a thing. Like it's so important. I mean, I'm not telling people that they should go out of their way to pirate something if they know that they can get it. But in this case, Nintendo's sort of forcing people to do it by not keeping the shops open. And, I mean, the 3DS, I mean, here's the thing. It had a lot of good titles for it that I want to be able to experience. I mean, I want to experience the Fire Emblem games. I do. I want to get into those games. Yet, how could I be able to get them if it's not available to me?
Or they're fucking expensive as hell.
Yeah. And
like I ended up paying my almost like my wallet to get Sacred Stones.
exactly. I mean, who's gonna fucking pay $200 at a mom and pa shop for a game that, they could have just left in the store and let people buy? That's why I'm saying that, I'm not advocating for piracy, but Nintendo needs to, I don't know, like they need to either transition the games over to the Switch, like have it available on the Switch, or they need to just keep the shop open. At least maybe for a couple years.
I mean, Sony was kind enough to really keep the shop open for the PlayStation 3.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at it like this. Sony's playing it smart here. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with them on a lot of their decisions here lately, but when it comes to video game preservation, at least they realize now how important it is to be able to have these games available, and that people are willing to spend their money to be able to play these games. And Nintendo is just losing an opportunity here to be able to make some real money. I mean, like physical games, physical media has almost become a lost thing because of how expensive everything is going up, and and a lot of people just don't like having they don't like having like so much crampedness in their shelves, which I can understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they need to realize that people are willing to buy things digitally because at least, you're still technically owning them. You still could go back and play them and download them as much as you want. But, I mean, if you get rid of the digital stuff, then that's going to entice people to pirate it because there's no other way to get it without spending so much money.
Right.
So, I mean, Nintendo needs to compromise. They need to get away from the past because I think this is just a backwards thing. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what
You're
Nintendo has
losing
always been.
me.
I mean, they're so anti-consumer.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. It boils down to being anti-consumer. I mean, it's
Yep.
ridiculous. I mean, hell, Sony's not only just keeping the PS3 store open, PS Vita too. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about getting me a
Yep.
PS Vita.
I already jailbroke my PS Vita, and just so I could get those games preserved there.
Yeah. And that's the beauty thing about it. I mean, you can go back and play those games anytime you want. Like, if you have to go to work, you can't play that game right now, okay. I mean, at least now you could go and play it, whenever you want,
Yeah.
whenever you feel like it. I just think that Nintendo's missing out on an opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just being anti-consumer, especially with how they're, especially with how they're preserving games. Look at how late we got Earthbound. Which, by the way, Earthbound Beginning and Earthbound is now available on the Switch, finally. But I don't think anyone's still going to, go out of their way to pay for a subscription to have those games. Which, by the way, it's $20.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're there. But that brings me to another point. Why can't Nintendo just have a virtual console? Like, why this crap?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I love buying physical media a lot more, because I can actually preserve it a lot more, and it just works a lot better, honestly, because now I can actually have it physically.
Yeah, and I mean, what are they going to do when the Switch, once they move on from the Switch? Are they going to close down the Switch store and not port any games over to the Switch 2 or Switch Pro? I've been hearing a lot of rumors about that, by the way. But, I mean, Nintendo just needs to, stop thinking they need to stop working backwards and start thinking about how they're going to get more people, to buy into their subscription service, which that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, fix their Nintendo expansion service, which I heard that they actually fixed it. I mean, I get it that you're offering these games for free. No strings attached. I mean, all you get is, you pay a $50 fee and you get those games for free. But I would rather have it to where, the virtual console, which I'm planning on making a video about the virtual console, for the Wii, as bad as it was on the Wii, at least I knew that I could have it and play it. But yeah, virtual console on the original Wii was garbage. Complete and utter garbage. I'm saying this because I went back. I hacked my Wii and everything, and I went back and played some of these games on the Wii. They run like fucking garbage. I don't understand how people could have played them like that. And how Nintendo could have, sold it like that. That makes no sense to me. But, I mean, I don't understand why they could. I mean, the Wii U Virtual Console is a lot better. 10 times better. I don't know why they couldn't just do that. Bring all their Wii U titles and 3DS titles, put them in the store, and let people make their own decision on if they want to get those games or not. It just, I don't know. I don't know why they're thinking backwards.
Right.
But,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, look at Microsoft. Microsoft's, they care about video game preservation. You can actually play Xbox One, Xbox 360, and even the original Xbox games on their new console.
Yeah, with backwards compatibility.
Yeah. I mean, why can't you do that, Nintendo?
You fucking get with the times, really.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's important. Because some people like to go back and play older games. They don't
I
realize
know.
that. They don't realize that people want to play these older games and experience them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it baffles me how backwards Nintendo is. And I can't help but repeat it. It's like an old man like that refuses to change his diaper. That's basically what it's like. And he expects you to change it. I mean, come on. That's basically what it is. Nintendo's basically an Alzheimer's old man who refuses to change his diapers. I know that's a bad analogy, but I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. I just want Nintendo to get with the times. I love Nintendo. I'm willing to
Mm-hmm.
spend money on their games. I just want them to get with the times. Show some retro games some love. For crying out loud.
Right.
But
Wow.
yeah.
Look at us. We were starting to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles, and then we
Yeah.
just yeah, we got off track and went
Got off
on
track.
a
But
game preservation tangent.
yeah, but I can't help it. I mean, I get passionate about this
Right.
shit. I mean, it
Exactly.
just
We're all
happens.
passionate about
We're all
it.
passionate about gaming, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm hoping to do more stuff like this. I really am because I just enjoy fucking shooting the shit and talking about games
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of like what's going on in the real world. I mean, I just hope that people get something out of this and can
Mm-hmm.
realize that, we're all the same. We're all part of the same community. I want to try to spread more positivity in the gaming community because there's a lot of toxicity. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think we can have different opinions. Justin, I respect your opinion on the new Pokemon game, okay? And I
Yeah.
love you.
No, I respect it. I respect yours.
See? That's how you do it. That's how you have a conversation, people.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I tend to, just look at things objectively, but of course it's I'm more of a like a balance between like my personal opinions and just analyzing how, you know companies operate as a business, and really what how the quality of a product can determine, my decision. And yeah, it's it's really about just, like looking further into it before you know
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just
oh yeah.
yeah, I'm just really not gonna, spend that much money on anything. I got other stuff to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna spend all my money. I mean, I want to
Right.
be able to enjoy. Like, if it's something I really enjoy, I'm gonna spend money on it. Obviously, I
Mm.
mean, it like the new Kirby game. I'm looking forward to that. It comes out next month. We'll have a discussion about that probably next week or something. I mean, I don't know.
It's already next month, March. That's when it
Yeah, it's
comes out.
already March. See what I mean? Time goes by so fast. Like, I just don't know. But anyways,
February is a leap month, so
no, it's not.
I like.
Yeah,
I mean,
February ain't a
it's the short, it's the shortest month of the year, really.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, actually, a leap year would be February 29th.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yep,
yeah.
February 29th. That would be a leap year, but I'm gonna cut that out. But anyways, like I just enjoy talking to you guys. Like this right
Hmm.
here, like this is therapeutic to me, and I'm sure everybody just has a laugh at it. I mean that's what I want. So I
Right.
mean that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to try to crank out some more content for you guys. Hopefully do more of this. So, you know, if you guys want to show your support, be sure to like this video. You know, be sure to like all my videos and the podcast. Show your support for Justin and Win. You know, that they are basically the soul of this podcast. And, you know, I want to show them love.
Well, yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's
Yeah.
no problem. It's not a problem. I mean, I'm trying my best to give smaller channels the opportunity to be a part of this. I mean, right now I'm keeping it small because, you know, I don't want it to be too excessive, you know, like too many people.
Yeah, like too many cooks in one kitchen. It's ridiculous. You know,
It's
I
crazy.
Oh yeah,
I really do not want to be like a part of that.
exactly. And people
It's
talking
like,
over each other and everything.
yeah, and you're really not adding much to the conversation. That's really what I didn't really like about my past streams. I wasn't really adding much, so why don't I just, bring out my A game, like really play the meme game while streaming, and of course, yeah, like my reviews and such.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I'm hoping we get to do more of these. I mean, if you guys are available next week, you know, we'll try to get some more of this out there. We'll
All
try to
right.
find things to talk about. I mean, it doesn't always have to be gaming. I mean, I was actually thinking about doing anime too. I mean,
Okay.
the Crow's
All
Nest
right.
podcast. I mean, it's a podcast about being proud of being nerds and coming together. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, I enjoyed this. I really did, but we have to end it. Good things must come to an end. And
So when? What about
Yeah.
our Xenobabes?
Oh yes, Xenoblades. Ooh. Ooh, I know. I got some Xeno babes I want to talk about. Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, Pyra is hands down my
Oh, yeah.
Xeno waifu. That
Mm.
like really that ass.
That is, yeah. Mithra is also really good too.
Hmm?
Like Mithra.
okay,
You like
guys.
Mithra?
Okay, no, enough of that. No, no,
You're right.
no, no. Stop it. I'm gonna spray you both. Spray, 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 spray.
Horny bog, go to horny jail.
Like spray you with a
You
squirt
bet.
bottle.
It really is corny, Jay.
Yep, you bet. You bet.
Okay, we need to end this podcast because now
All
now
right
you
then.
guys are you're making me feel awkward now. But
uh,
anyways,
goes with the territory.
Justin, go ahead and plug your shit.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I am Justinfinity. I have a YouTube channel where I review video games, anime, and I'm dabbling a bit back into the movie scene. I did a couple of movie roasts. I'm working on another movie roast right now, and I stream on Twitch. I also have an alternative for YouTube, Odyssey, and I also have Twitter and Minds as my social media. So yeah, you can check me out.
And win.
Hi, I'm Win. I do a lot of gaming, anime, a lot of geeky stuff. I do some discussions from here and there. I just recently just uploaded a few extra videos of me finishing up Dying Light 2 review, as well as some few other Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So feel free to like some videos. Feel free to check those videos out. I'm also planning on making a few extra videos that are not necessarily related with gaming. I'm currently editing a GoPro video right now of which GoPro cameras that you should purchase and whether or not GoPro is a really good alternative to an actual recording or software, editing software, which I think is
I got a GoPro.
yeah. I found my GoPro after a long time, and I've finally got it back up to work, and now I'm here editing a new video for it. So
Yeah, I got a new productivity schedule going, so yeah, you'll likely see me stream on YouTube and Twitch, like mostly just Sundays and Saturdays, and maybe Fridays. But I'm most of all it's just Sundays and Saturdays.
As for me, like my schedule, like it changes every week because that's how my job is. I mean, I work at a grocery store. I mean,
Y-
they
You're
need
gonna
me
have
when
to
they need me. I,
you're gonna
I
have to ask for a fixed schedule then.
I can't. That's the thing. I can't ask for a fixed schedule because they won't give me one. They won't give me the time off of that I want unless, it's something important. Like a convention I'm going to. I'm going to be at Lexington Comic Con the 25th and the 26th. So, if
Okay.
you guys live in the Lexington area, I'll be there. But nevertheless, I'm gonna try to upload some more videos. I have some reviews and stuff coming up, hopefully soon. It just depends on whenever I get them done. They're out when they're out. I'm sorry, I'm sort of quoting Linkara there. Oh God, but they're out when they're out. But
Ew.
yeah, ew, I know cringe. But anyways, I mean that's what I have right now. I mean, I have to do what I have to do. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this because I had a great time, and I'm gonna try to get some more episodes out. Hopefully next week we'll have a planned schedule. I'll have to see what time I get off and be able to record with you guys. So, anyways, this has been PC signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
Au revoir.
Bye.